A very warm welcome, Dr. Mohini, at the Hall of Success at Healthify. Let me introduce a little bit about Dr. Mohini to all the people out there at Healthify community. Dr. Mohini ji has joined our 90 days program, the clinical training program at Healthify, and she is a lifetime member now. And she is at the age of 63, right, Mohini ji?
Yes, yes.
She is at the age of 63 and she is learning nutrition now. Before we head towards the interview, I would like to ask, certain things about you, Dr. Mohini. Just brief yourself to our audience so that they can also understand that how your journey started and what all qualifications you have. And then we'll proceed towards the interview part.
Okay. Thank you, Pallavi ma'am. I am basically a electrical engineer, postgraduate in electrical engineering and a PhD in digital transformation. I have been practicing engineering for past about 42 years, and I am expertised in automation, control, digital transformation, Internet of Things, and any technologies that are coming up in future. So my activity called future skills, so which includes all the futuristic training for the practicing engineers as well as for the engineering students of tomorrow's leaders.
That's
So
great.
this had been my recent activity for past about 12 years, and about 9 to 10 years I had been studying and I had been very passionate about nutrition and health. I am a very fitness pro kind of a person who believes in that you are what you eat, kind of, so, and I feel that it is very essential for today's professionals to understand and realize basically that you are what you eat, because there is more trend towards junk food and fast food kind of. So ever since I was doing my training activity, one of the training programs was on fitness. So how important is fitness for a working professional in general, for the young students as well as the young technologists who are working in the industry and in the software industries, because they are mostly sitting at one position and all.
Absolutely.
So that made me, and I wanted to do something which is in a correct direction. So I joined this particular course, and it was to my satisfaction. It gave me lot of things which I was looking for basically. And I had been studying, but always it is required for practicing in a practical manner. So practical and theory, when they come together, that makes a real professional, which I have observed in engineering domain as well. So I'm very keen about starting my own activity along with the knowledge that I received from Healthify. And particularly, I enjoyed all the sessions because this is exactly what I wanted, like practical as well as the theoretical. And I think it is useful for every individual. One must study this because it makes you aware of what you are eating. So
Absolutely.
that is, I think, very good thing about the course. And it built a confidence in very short time, which I was trying to gain for last about 8 9 years. I'd been a student of nutrition and other things, but this is exactly what I wanted to do.
So if I ask you one reason that made you started your time, things as a health coach and at this age, at the age of 63, what was that one reason that pinched you कि नहीं अब मुझे करना है? Being a health coach, how
Yeah,
did it started?
yeah, as I said, it was in my mind. I'm passionate about having good health and discipline about exercise and other things. So I wanted that it should create an awareness in the youngsters, as well as it should keep me aware all the time, because I am telling somebody that you do this and you don't do this. So I must also be able to follow that. And then we lead the youngsters by following a particular thing. I think that's a very good example we can set. So this was a major reason, like.
एब्सोल्युटली सो जैसे कि आपने बताया कि आपका बहुत कीन इंटरेस्ट रहा है इन चीज़ों में तो इतना टाइम क्यों लग गया आपको एट द एज ऑफ 63 यू स्टार्टेड द जर्नी एज एन हेल्थ कोच इतना टाइम क्यों लगा
No, actually, I started doing it in other institutes, maybe around 2012 or 13. But I was more focused on my engineering projects and then coming up technologies. And I had just started also my own activity. Earlier, I was working with some industries, and I didn't get time enough to focus on that actually. But I kept in touch with the knowledge base as such. But that's exactly what I mean, that I wanted to do something which will give it a shape, like. So that's why it took a little more time. But I had been a continuous reader about nutrition books and other things.
That's
So
great. So let's move further and just let me ask you one thing. In case अगर मैं आपसे ये पूछूं, what is that biggest things that changed you as a person after this training? तो आप क्या बताना चाहोगे?
it's, I think, the awareness while you eat, because every time, even I used to love junk food, and in those days I also ate lot of junk food probably, and which created a bit of trouble for me with all those stressful times and the working hours and like that. But the basic thing it changed was creating an awareness that no, I must eat this, and I must not eat this. So whenever I'm eating very consciously, and not just to me, but even I see my better half, like my husband, uh, has a very habit of snacking all the time. So with last 1 month after we did this, so I try to specialize in metabolic disorders, and there I used to guide him. And past 1 month, people are telling him that there is a definite change in you. You have reduced also, and your face is looking very bright. I think it's a
Very
very big
nice.
success story for me.
Very nice, very nice, very nice. So, this these kind of achievements makes you proud also, right?
Absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely.
So, before we started the journey, before you started the journey, what problems you were facing, while guiding the people in nutrition field, and after the training, how do you feel now?
No, obviously, because now this is a very, you can say, in the direction of getting results. Earlier, I was knowing, but I didn't carry that particular direction so that people will get 100% benefits. But this course gave me a holistic approach to, like, from the blood test and other reports, and then going to inside the nutrition therapy, and that gave a specific direction. I
Mhm.
think that's something, like we hit a dart kind of a thing. So I think this that helped me a lot, because you may know 360 degrees, but you have to hit a dart, then you have to know things which are very specific to a particular case kind of.
So before this, before joining this training, you were clear that you have to start your metabolic disorder career. You have to decide your niche in metabolic disorders only, or you were confused during that time.
No, actually, I myself have had hypothyroid. So I
Mhm.
wanted to understand and do the needful that is required, because I followed many advices from doctors and dietitians as well, but I was not satisfied. So I
Mhm.
thought, it's a time for me only to now land in this domain and understand and put it to it. And to my surprise, past 2 months, I had been also following a particular discipline of food, exercise, and everything, and which has brought all my parameters to a very normal range. Of
That's
course, there is some medicine is required for maintenance, but all parameters are under control, and
very,
I feel more energetic. I mean, I think that's a very wonderful thing which happened.
very good, very good, very good. So, is there any one big achievement that you have got during the training program? Any one big achievement that you yourself has felt, or you have given any result to a person? Will you like to share that achievement with us?
Yes, of course. As I shared with my husband and with me as well. So these are the two big success stories, because somehow initially tried to lose weight and all. But when I understood that it's not about just losing weight, there are many other things which you need to correct, which you are not even aware of. So with this course, I got that kind of a knowledge, which is like what is running behind the scene. And if I can correct that, The weight will come normally down on its own if I have good lifestyle and good habits and good food. It should not be a problem. So I'm very confident and very positive about it.
That's great. So, any one technique which you think that actually is working out for you throughout the training program? Any one technique which you like the best, and you know that keep you going throughout the career? It will help you out in future.
Yeah, the most important thing is the theoretical knowledge along with the practical things. And even not even that, how one can prepare as a consultant, in as a health coach, which questions are we really needed to ask, to that nitty-gritties the course was carried out. And I must say that Pallavi ma'am, all the time, of course, I mean, this feeling makes you confident that all the nitty-gritties are being touched, and you have ensured that we say those things which are needed. And that's a very wonderful part of it from the individual.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So, how would you summarize your journey with Healthy Fire?
Yeah, of course. It started about 3 months back, and every there are about 9 segments in which the detailing was discussed, along with the practical aspects, which were like how to measure blood pressure and sugar levels and other things, like, so which, and about even the containers and the measurements. These are little things, but which they matter the most. So which we tend to ignore. So I think this curriculum is excellent, and it has been designed in those things that whatever we think may not be useful is the most useful thing. So
Yes,
measurements, I
absolutely.
think, was one of the very interesting things which I realized, that many times we feel that ek katori kha liya. So it is not a katori, it is more than that. So that gives you,
Absolutely.
yeah, once or twice you do it, then you know what was happening and why it was not coming giving you the results, like. So I think it is a total blend of all the technical knowledge about nutrition and food, as well as all the practical aspects, that how to, even how to sit. I mean, every little minute detail you have considered, and that's the amazing part of this.
Thank you
I
so much.
enjoyed it. Every time I used to enjoy that.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So, Dr. Mohini, we wish you a very, wonderful success ahead. And you are the permanent, lifetime member of Healthy Files. So, all the problems, if you face in any case in future, you are most welcome here to attend the monthly sessions, and
Yeah.
and just discuss your problems and get those resolved. So, we wish you all the best from
Thank you
rest of
so
the team
much.
too, and I hope your journey is very very interesting, as you said that you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for that, such kind words. So
Thank
thank you so much for taking your time out and sharing us your views here on the journey, on your journey, and your results which you have achieved. Thank you so much, Dr. Moini. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you so much.